Okay, just waiting to go live if anybody's seeing me right here. But I'm looking over my other screen and I should be going live about right now. It always takes about 20 seconds to really start kicking in everywhere. So the reason I'm going live right now is I had a bunch of questions. You know, I put up a couple videos already about ClickFunnels 2.0, and I had some questions about the page load time. Was there any improvement in that? Because everybody was always saying that ClickFunnels loaded really slow in the past. And I've made a video about this. I think the bigger problem they're having, if they're blaming the load speed as a reason why their Facebook ads aren't working very well. I always say, and watch the video I made on this, go check out and make sure you got your domain and everything set up properly, because if you don't, that will hurt you a lot more than the page speed. But we're going to talk about page speed here in a minute. But in case you don't know, ClickFunnels came out with their ClickFunnels 2.0. It's not just a revamp or a fix or an upgrade or anything like that to ClickFunnels 1.0. This is a completely new, let me see here. Okay, is it completely? I had something on my screen there. I don't know if you guys were seeing it or not. It's my eCam live, if you were. But what it is it's a completely new system. The old one was built on Ruby or Ruby on Rails. I'm not really sure what. This one here is built on React, which is a JavaScript library for user interfaces. So they're using actual JavaScript for this. They're using a special library known as React. And because of that, it's supposed to greatly increase the load times. And I'll tell you, just having seen a little bit inside of the editor, just the speed inside the editor alone is lightning fast. You know, in the past, you had to click on edit and it would just kind of take forever and the page would finally load up and just all kinds of issues. And another thing that they had issues with is just being able to support the number of people that they were bringing in. Russell was just telling a story today when they got up to about, I don't know, maybe it was 10,000 users. He was flying over to England and the entire system crashed, and he's having to get on the phone with Todd and, you know, what's going on, and had to go live and was feeling really bad about it. Well, they're planning on scaling this to 1 million people. They were definitely talking about that on Thursday. And so in order to do that, they had to use a much better, more responsive builder, and therefore they went to React JavaScript library here. So let's go back to what I was originally talking about was, just in case, if you want to know more about the ClickFunnels stuff, just go to my CF Ninja Hackers. Ninja Hackers group is what it is here. Just Google it, CF Ninja Hackers. And this is where I'm going to be talking about not only all of the 2.0 stuff, but also all the 1.0 stuff, because here's the reality is, and I'll show you a slide here in a minute, people are not going to be moving over immediately. In fact, they're not really opening it up until next spring. They're going to have a bunch of beta testers before then. But even at that, you don't have to leave 1.0. Excuse me, if you're happy with 1.0, if you have a bunch of funnels there, if you got a bunch of membership sites there, and you're okay with it, you can just stay right on 1.0 if you would like. But you can also upgrade and go to 2.0. Like I said, two totally separate platforms. And if you do go to 2.0, you can keep your 1.0 account in a maintenance mode, I think is what they're calling it. Excuse me, let me grab some water here. Ever since I had COVID, my voice just isn't the same. But so they, what was I saying now? If you want to stay on 1.0, you can, or you can go to 2.0, keep your other in maintenance mode, and then slowly move your stuff over to 2.0 if you want, or probably run both platforms at the same time. I don't know why not, because like I said, they're two totally separate platforms. But to get to what I was originally coming here for, which was to talk about load speed. So everybody always talks about how slow ClickFunnels is. So what they did is they went out to some of their competitors. You can see them here: Fast Pages, Shopify, I should say, Kajabi, ConvertTry, Kartra, Keep, which is Infusionsoft, Lead Pages, and Groove Pages. And these numbers here, I'm not quite sure what these represent, because what they did is then they built the exact same pages. So these guys, the competitors, had these pages built. ClickFunnels in their 1.0 editor, they rebuilt all of those. And you can see here in the green who won. So in this case here, compared to Shopify, Kajabi, Kartra, Keep, and I forget who was that one there. Let me see here. Lead Pages. They were already beating them prior to having any changes. So they were already beating a bunch of these guys. But now with the 2.0, and what they did again is they took a page built on Fast Pages and they tested it there on Fast Pages in this case. Then they built an identical page inside of ClickFunnels 1.0. And in this case here, they actually lost. But now once you go to 2.0, you can see that in every single case, every single one of them won. And now I don't believe that any of these are WordPress, so I would be curious to see how they're performing against WordPress. But again, based upon how I know that WordPress is built, it's built in PHP. It's, there's so many add-ons and plugins and everything else. I suspect that ClickFunnels 2.0 will beat them all day long, no matter what it is inside of WordPress. And so that's pretty impressive. They definitely upped their game there. And like I said, working inside of the editor, the little bit I've seen of it, it is just super, super fast inside of the editor itself. So the next question you said is, do the two of them work together? And the answer on that really is no, because they're completely different programs. This would be, whatever. This is IBM versus Apple, in some ways. So you got the old and you got the new. And so they're two totally different platforms. You will have to, as you're moving your funnels over, you're going to have to completely rebuild them in the new platform unless they come up with some sort of transferring tool, and there's been zero mention of that, so just forget I even said that. But if somebody wants to come up with one, I think that'd be a great idea to be able to one click, be able to go from 1.0 to 2.0. So somebody who knows coding a lot better than me, there's a great idea for you right there. But like I said, they will work together, but obviously apart. And so then the next question becomes is, when does ClickFunnels 2.0 go live? The other question I'll answer first is pricing. And as of right now, they have no indication. I've seen nothing at all that indicates what the pricing will be. I heard a rumor. I'm not going to bring it up. I've seen nothing definitive from ClickFunnels as to the pricing on this, but I think it's going to be a lot cheaper than you would think once you see the platform. I will just put that bit out there. But when does it go live? Well, for beta testers, people who were who attended Funnel Hacking Live, those people will get access to it starting in October, and through October, November, December, they're going to start rolling out slowly to all those Funnel Hacking Live people some of the features. And then in January of next year, they're planning on rolling it out in beta. So again, they're going to bring in more people. With the Funnel Hacking Live crew, it's going to be like 5,000 people. What does beta look like? I have no idea, but they're going to start opening it up to more people, maybe 10 or 20,000. I have no idea. And then sometime in March or later is when they're going to go completely live with this thing. That's what they said on Thursday, but they also said that it's subject to change, and it's also subject to when they have all of the features completely done. So as the features get completely done, they're going to roll it out to the beta testers, and then over time, it'll be rolled out to the rest of the community. So that's all I really have on the page speed here today. The biggest takeaway, of course, is that according to them, it is faster than everything else. Like I said, I don't see a WordPress on here, but I suspect it's also faster than any WordPress alternatives as well. So, as always, if you got any questions, just let me know.